All right, Paul, care to provide a little narration here?
Hey, here we are at the corner of North St. Louis and North Montrose in the outskirts of Chicago. And
incidentally, neither of us are completely sure where we are. We just know what direction we're headed.
That's your people. What?
I don't know. It's just funny. Oh, she's feeding him a nacho. That's nice.
That's
sweet. These are my people. Proud Midwesterners. There you go. Alright, that's sweet.
On now summertime's here, babe, need something to keep you cool. Better look out now, though, Dave's got something for you. Tell you what it is. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. Oh my, I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. See now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Hold on,
now we're just driving through here a typical North Chicago business and residential district. Looks like a lot of great places to eat, pedestrians to run over.
See now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Hold on one more. Well, I'm usually passing by just about 11 o'clock. I never stop, I'm usually passing by just around 11
And from all I've heard of Route 66, it starts right over here at Jackson and Columbus Drive. It starts there and it ends in Los Angeles. Now if you could go out Jackson, because Jackson's a one-way street westbound now.
Okay.
Eastbound rather. If you go out Jackson, you take Jackson to Ogden, and you take Ogden on out. Okay. Then you pick up Route 55 on out. I never did get a chance to travel that highway when I was younger, but I have been to California, and I followed Route 40 all the way out from Chicago.
Did you go all the way out to the Santa Monica Pier?
All the way out? No, I didn't go to Santa Monica Pier. I went to just Los Angeles.
Okay, great. Well, thanks very much for telling us what you knew.
Okay, sir.
Thanks.
And thank you for asking.
All right, here we are, June 12th, 2000, coming to you from the 31st floor of a luxury condo, albeit a small condo, overlooking Lake Michigan. There's the lake, there's Lakeshore Drive, and we'll pull back to the city, part of the city. That's pretty cool. All right, here we are. It's June 13th, 2000, coming to you from Grant Park in Chicago, the east side. Behind me, what you just saw was the fountain from that classic American sitcom, Married with Children. If you follow along here, looking out over Lake Michigan, we've got Lakeshore Drive in the background, and beyond that is the harbor. Keep following this around, you're going to eventually start hitting some high-rises, and the third actually high-rise in, the shorter structure, is where we were able to stay last night. Keep following along my direction here. Got some skyscrapers in the back. And we're actually coming to you right now from, this is, what street is this? Well, up beyond here, we've got Columbus Avenue and Jackson Street. That's where we're on, Jackson. Now, we've heard some conflicting reports about where exactly Route 66 started. One guy said this immediate intersection here, Columbus and Jackson. Another guy told us it was the next intersection down, which would be Michigan and Jackson. So, at any rate, here we are. It's about 3:30. We're finally ready to head out. A little later than we had planned, but oh well, it's all good. We had a good time anyway. So we'll come to you next from our next stop, which will be who knows where.
Here we are at West Harrison Street in downtown Chicago. We're on our way to drive by Cook County Hospital, where Harrison Ford starred in the movie The Fugitive.
I'll lay around and wonder why you were always there.
go ahead and tell me your name.
My name is Lou Hahn. I live here in Plainfield, and I come to this show every Tuesday night through the summer.
And tell us about this beautiful car here.
This car here, you have to crank it to start it, and it don't have a gear shift lever. It don't have a foot throttle. The hand throttle is up here like this, like that.
And these cars, we're driving Route 66. A lot of cars used to make that journey just like this.
In the old days, yes. I lived in Joliet, and Route 66 went down the main street at Joliet. And when we were young people like you, we used to get down there and sit in our old Model Ts and watch the trucks go by, talk to the girls and stuff like that. That's the way we created our own entertainment them days.
Hi, I'm Rodney Fisher. We're here in Litchfield, Illinois, along the side of Route 66. You were asking about some of the heritage around here. Niehaus Cycles just had a big addition built onto their motorcycle store. It's right out there on Route 66. It's a Route 66 theme. You might want to check that out. I grew up here, and we're fixing to go cut some trees down.
Kevin Coatney, I own the business. My father and I do, and stopped here and got some gas this morning. And you guys are wanting to add to your videos, and be glad to, you know. And you guys have a good trip, and we're just like Niehaus Cycles, man. That's the thing to see. A lot of people like to come here travel on motorcycles from Colorado and Texas and all that for that. And it's a good time.
Cool. Well, thanks you guys. Really appreciate it.
It's all around me. Nature, so astounding.
I'm Scott Nelson, and you're in Riverton, Kansas. It's a small town on Route 66, and you're at Eisler Brothers, which was built in 1925. It's a mom and pop style store. It's still in operation just the way it has been all these years. And something about Riverton, it was settled by the Quakers in the late 1800s. And you just came through Galena, Kansas, which is a mining town, and you'll head on into Baxter Springs, which has some cattle history with the cattle business.
Great. Well, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
All right, here we are in Adrian, Texas. It's Friday morning, about 10:20. According to the book we're using, this is considered the midway point from Chicago to Los Angeles. So it's a little windy, but we're halfway there, and it's all downhill from here.
Right side of the truck when the train goes by, the wind and rain will catch you, you will sigh deep in your heart. Then you'll come running to me. Then you'll come running to me. Yeah, yeah. Well, you watch the train go round the bend, playing just a dream that it will never end. Deep in your heart. Come running to me, yeah. You'll come running to me. Oh. Oh. I said, hey, come running to me. Oh, come running to me. Hey, yeah, come running to me. I said, hey, come running to me. Your hand on by your side, and your arms stretched out. in a country. You get signed up with your heels. Think to yourself, how good it feels. Farewell, your walking shoes. Then you come running to me. Hey, yeah, then you come running to me. I said, hey, come running to me. Oh, come running to me. Hey, yeah, come running to me. Hey, come running to me. Oh, come running to me. Hey, yeah.
All right, it's 12:30 Friday afternoon. We're here in the tiny little ghost town of Montoya. Route 66 doesn't really go through this part, so we've had to take the interstate and just veer off when it's appropriate. We stumbled across what appears to be some kind of little cantina in the background. Sort of puttered around in here, took a look around, tried to avoid any of the rattlesnakes, trying to sort of come up with our own explanation for what this once was.
Please say hello to our residents, Pedro and his wife Inez. Pedro is working on an Adobe. Can you say that with me? Adobe.
So go ahead and tell me who you are and tell me a good story.
Okay, let's see. My name's Eli, and I've lived in this area for about practically my whole life here in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And you want to know something about Route 66, this area? I'll tell you. About a month ago, I can tell you a story. A month ago, okay, these were two friends of mine a month ago, and they had, been drinking all night with their friends and everything like that. And they had gotten an argument, and they got dropped off right up there, about maybe a quarter mile up that road right there. And they got an argument. Two of my friends, they got out of the vehicle, and there was heavy fog was around then. So they started walking. They got in this freeway. The fog was heavy. I don't know, they were drunk, something was wrong with them, and they were walking, and the vehicle, or I don't know, they got runned over right here.
Well, if you ever plan to motor west, Jack, take my way, it's the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66.
You are a rock star. You are a rock legend to the max. You can really knock it out.
Alanis Morissette.